Good morning, well, technically afternoon, to all of you around the world. We are live once again for DreamHack Zowie Open, live from Leipzig in East Germany. We started this tournament with 96 players. We are in day 2, and we are down to just 8. In the beautiful city of Leipzig, that is the trophy that the players will fight for within the next 24 hours or so when we get ready for day 3. The players are warming up. The players are almost ready to begin an excellent day here for you all at home. A big thank you, of course, to Zowie, Razer, G2A, and Monster Energy, as well as Blizzard Entertainment. Joining me on the desk, as always, is Nathanius and Todd and Kalaris. Good morning, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Well met.
Wow.
How's it going? Did you sleep well, Nathanius?
Yes, it was great.
Did you sleep well, Todd?
I slept well, but I think he slept better than me because he wouldn't shut up the entire morning and he kept on spewing out dank memes.
He just
almost ahead of time before the tournament began.
You can't stop that.
Yeah.
That's great. The most difficult part of my day was trying to watch Brood
War this morning.
You know what? It was one of the first times I ever got up to watch Brood War live. And I think I caught about 5 frames of it on the hotel Wi-Fi.
And then we went to McDonald's to get a coffee and watch it
and we watched the last game together.
We did. It was good to watch. And then, of course, we went for lunch and now ready for the StarCraft 2 tournament, the first tournament of the new WCS system. 2016 has had a lot of changes, and DreamHack is the first to open it up for this year. And around the corner is, of course, the Winter Championship, which is held at the Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice, as well as DreamHack going over to America to have a LAN and a StarCraft 2 tournament there as well, with many more unannounced events still to come. Looking forward to this year. Of course, lots of changes, lots of excitement, and we've already started to see that within this tournament already. Looking forward to today, though. It's going to be a good day, Todd. 6 games coming our way. We'll talk about it a little bit more later on, but a good day.
Yeah, all 3 races are still in the tournament. Some
just about
more than other, but it's going to be fun to cheer for your favorite race for sure.
And a lot of fan favorites still left in the tournament too, and a lot of excitement to see.
And we get to find out in the end who the top 2 is going to be at the end of the day, who's going to walk away with at least 700 WCS points when it comes to actually taking 2nd place, and then obviously 1,000 tomorrow for the 1st place. So that is a really big step forward in someone's WCS career already in 2016.
Yeah, and of course with the more traditional prize pool of DreamHack being the 25,000 is now doubled because of the participation within the WCS circuit. $50,000 up for grabs, where the top 16 were able to get their hands on it. The top 8 have started to get closer, and more money is put out for the rest of the players as we go deeper into the tournament. But before we talk more about the specifics of this one, we're going to go over to the couch area, Smix City, who's with a special guest.
Thank you very much, Sean. You're absolutely correct. We are here in this mixed corner, joined with a very, very special guest. We have Liquid Snoot joining us. Snoot, how are you doing on this fine, very, very cold morning in Leipzig?
I think it feels a bit warmer here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer today than it was yesterday.
It has to be the crowd, everyone here showing up to watch the games.
Today's Saturday. We have a lot more people showing up compared to yesterday, Friday. So yeah, they're already making a lot of noise.
Yesterday was really cold, but I think today is better. And I know that it affected a few players yesterday. A lot of players were wearing gloves pretty much in between their games.
It was quite cold yesterday, so but it's good to hear that it's warmer today. But how are you doing in general? And I know that obviously we want to start talking about TLO in a little bit since you're his biff here.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing fine. I lost to TLO, but he played really well yesterday, and he's going up against Drogo next, which I'm really excited for. I've been practicing a bit with Drogo, actually, so to me it's a bit of a special match.
Wait, practicing with Drogo?
Yeah, prior to this tournament.
Okay.
I didn't know that they were going to face, of course.
Oh, I mean, of
and
course.
And it's a bit of a special case in Europe, because you don't have that many top players.
Yeah.
So sometimes players have to practice with each other across the teams.
And
then you have this awkward situation.
And you don't realize that there's going to be a team kill coming up. But in your guys' case, it feels like you guys face each other a lot. At least Liquid players do.
Yeah, and TLO beats me a lot as well, apparently. I always feel like in a lot of tournaments I was able to eliminate him.
Yeah.
But he actually has a really, really sick score against me. And yesterday it showed again, like he was able to defeat me as well. But yeah, I think everyone here in Leipzig are behind him.
Yeah.
Like
and
after I lost, I could just hear the crowd just go
Oh,
wild, and it was a bit of a mixed feeling. But I'm
because you're
really
happy for your
happy.
teammate, but at the same time,
Yeah,
you just hear the
like
chanting.
it was really
yeah.
sad for me, of course,
Yeah,
because
of
I wanted to
course.
win so badly. But
Yeah.
I'm really happy that TLO is able to make it this far in his hometown.
Yeah, especially in
Like,
Leipzig.
Yeah, it's got to mean so much to him.
Well, as his teammate and someone that has known him for many years now, how do you feel about TLO's current state? And obviously, he's already made the top 8, which is a really great result in and of itself. But how do you think he's going to do here?
I think TLO slowly has become increasingly consistent. Back in Wings of Liberty, I feel like his results were a lot more volatile, and the same trend still continued a little bit in Heart of the Swarm. But I feel like just very, very slowly throughout the years, he's just become so much more consistent. And I think Legacy of the Void as well as a game really suits him. He's very good at multitasking, microing multiple places at once. There's more creative freedom.
Yeah.
There are more builds and more directions you can take the game
Yeah, of
into. There's
course.
more tactics involved, I feel. So I think Legacy of the Void is looking really good for TLO. And yeah, he is also one who's taking a lot of care of himself condition-wise. So
Yeah, of course, he's
when
always
it's
one
cold
to
at
do
these
that.
tournaments, like he doesn't care. He's just,
He's in his zone.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a look at the tournament area in just a second. We're going to show that on screen for you guys, just to show what's going on right behind us, actually. But obviously, there's a lot of really good players left in this tournament. We just talked about TLO. We're taking a look at Violet actually here, who was actually undefeated yesterday. So, what are your thoughts on him, and as opposed to the other players that are left at this tournament?
I haven't been able to see that many of Violet's games in Legacy of the Void, but he's always been a strong contender. Sometimes a little bit up and down in WCS, but
Yeah, with
overall...
Violet, it always feels like when he shows up, he really shows up, but it's just about that consistency.
Yeah, but I think today, I'm really looking forward to his games. I think his shape right now is probably better than some of his WCS runs.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to his games. I think it's going to be pretty well, but I haven't been able to see that much. So stylistically, I'm not too sure. I played him a little bit in CVC, and I think he played really well in those games. Just practice, of course.
And now, before I let you go, I know we didn't get a chance to talk about the other players, but if you had to choose one player out of the 8 that are left, other than TLO and Violet that we just talked about, is there someone that really stands out to you?
I think they all stand out to me. Like there's so many
Oh,
good
that
players here.
political answer,
There's Drogo, who's going up against TLO next. Drogo is a practice machine, and he's doing really well on the ladder as well. He's very consistent across all the matchups. Showtime as well, very consistent player, very strong in every single matchup. You have Euthermal, who's the Terran Hope, the dark horse, you know. Cyril, the prodigy, who's doing so well against Protoss.
He's 17 years old, yeah.
But how well is he going to hold up in the CVC lower brackets, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's really tough, and Hydra, of course, being the beast that he is. Cleaning house in CVC. Did have a little bit of trouble against Namshar though. Namshar playing extremely well in CVC as well.
Yeah, he sounded very surprised by that. I asked him about that, and he was like, you know, he's really good.
Yeah.
And that was all he had to say about it. He was like, you know, everyone that I talked to later actually has also validated my matches and said he is really good, so.
Yeah, Namshar is very strong in CVC nowadays. So bit of an up-and-coming player there, I would say. And Bly, of course.
Yeah.
Hashtag Bly on fire. He's still in it. So
So you basically just named every player that's left in this tournament.
I think the players that we have left are on a very even skill level. So I
Right,
think
that's
this
fair.
is like they all have something going for them, but it's going to be a lot about the matchups as well. For example, Cyril, if his bracket was full of Protoss players, I would just say Cyril is in the finals. But it's CVC, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that can happen.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to the matches and seeing which 2 players actually end up in the grand finals. Of course, we are going to head back to the desk with the boys to introduce us to the first match of the day.
Thank you very much, Sue, and thank you very much, Snoop, for joining us this morning. We can take a quick look at the schedule to see what we're going to present to you today. Very similar to yesterday. We had 8 games overall yesterday. Today is 6, so just a little bit less, but more best of 5s. Every game is going to be a best of 5 today. We'll play every game back to back on a rapid schedule, so as soon as one finishes, the other one will begin almost immediately. We'll be starting up with the game that you can see there, then Violet Cyril, Showtime Euthermal, then Bly versus Hydra the last game, and here is the bracket that is left over. So we have 5 Zergs, 2 Protoss, and 1 lonely Terran.
One man
One
to
man
carry
against the
the
world.
Terran banner against an alien invasion.
It's going to be good to see him play a little bit
Cowboy
later
versus
on.
aliens.
But a good list of players, and like Snoop said, it is, you know, relatively even between all of them. It is hard to call a direct winner, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's
would you
pretty
say
hard.
no? Actually, you're Paul.
I was thinking about the direct loser instead. Yesterday I kind of picked on Bly a little bit, but I feel like he's definitely going to be more the underdogs.
He's the weakest player, Bly?
Yeah, I think out of all these guys, definitely, but not by a huge margin, I think.
What do you think, James?
As much as it's Zerg versus Zerg all the way on the other side, I would love to see Cyril go all the way through. I think as much as, yes, there is variance in Zerg versus Zerg, he can still win those ones. I think his problems against Protosser was just because, well, partially, in part, because Protosser knows him really well as his brother.
Yeah.
So I think he could do well.
Okay, well, before we talk about the first game of the day, this thing.
Didn't even say anything.
It's back. If you want a chance to be able to win this Razor Mamba, there's 3 of them that we're going to be giving away across the weekend. All you've got to do, I don't know the link. I'm just
No, I know it.
You don't know it.
Razor.
No.
No.
I know it.
It's r.
Razor without an E.
RZR.to
/AWCPF.
He's right.
Bring it back.
Where's the link?
He's right. No, he's right.
AWCPF. Oh my God, you've remembered it.
It's only
Can I
5
get his
letters.
jobs already?
I've got a lot of other things to
letters.
remember. So those 5 letters with that link down there, you go and enter a raffle and you're in a shot to win this. 3 of them to give away. Thank you very much, Razor. I'm never going to remember that link, and as much as I try, it can't get in there. So let's talk about the first game of the day then. It is going to be Patrick Drogo versus TLO.
The Wunderwunsch.
The Wunderwunsch.
The Wunderwunsch.
The Wunderwunsch is here to play, of course, in front of his hometown, his home people in Leipzig. Looking forward to this one. But as Snoot said, Drogo is a very, very dangerous player.
Yeah, in Protoss versus Zerg in particular, this is, I feel, the matchup that by far has given him his reputation as one of the biggest names in Europe in terms of Protoss. His PvZ is just unreal. It's like he's an artist when he plays PvZ. Everything's good, build orders, decision, and every time I see him play, I'm always so impressed. But now, the map pool's pretty difficult, and he's going up against somebody who's already been very impressive in this tournament, so it's definitely not going to be an easy task.
But this is the quarterfinals where TLO seems to always slip over Claris.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, unfortunately for him. But you say Petit Drogo's the artist, but Dario's the Picasso of StarCraft.
That's why James.
I disagree.
This is why James.
Dario, he's the Beethoven.
It's a nice meme.
The painter is the Protoss, and the Zerg is the musician.
Fine, okay.
That's how it is.
I think from what I've seen, though, from Drogo, and correct me if I'm wrong here in fairness, but Drogo's definitely been one of the biggest risers in the European scene over the last few months. He's really shot to the top.
He's been a cool guy to follow, and a lot of the people, when they looked at like the evolution of PvZ in the last year and a half in Heart of the Swarm, he was one of those guys right up there with that unique baguette style, and it kind of became what PvZ was towards the end of the game. He's quite good, and I'm just really interested to see how he adjusts against the Wunderwunsch.
The Wunderwunsch is here!
The Wunderwunsch!
He is here! Dario Wunsch is here to play.
He's ready to go. He looks so calm.
He's
He looks so calm. Could you ever do anything this big in your life and just be like, yeah, I'm actually so cool?
The Wunderwunsch can.
Is it Wunderwunsch?
Did you know that is a Rocket Beans plushie, that little thing?
No, I did not know.
There you go.
Is it on his
I knew
computer,
that
though?
you knew.
That's the question. Is that his computer?
I'm a plushie expert, man.
He's got a banana and a bottle of water.
So
Energy
True
and
keys
hydrated.
to success in StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void.
Patrick Drogo is the last remaining French player as well, though. I mean, we've seen France do so well in every tournament within the last year or so.
Was like 3rd or 4th, right? Like last DreamHack, and like usually Frenchies go very far. Marine Lord, Lilbo, all these guys. But somehow this tournament, it just didn't go their way at all.
But there's always one. There's always at least one.
I mean, when you've got enough.
Yeah, I mean, fair
I
play.
mean-
When the Koreans turn up and it's all Koreans.
I mean, if you have enough French
minute.
players, like, you know, I'm just saying. That's like the same thing with like the Team Liquid Team Kill. It's like they're all good, so of course they're going to have to kill each other.
He's got it
But
right.
there are not really that many, though.
All right, boys.
Are they?
You get what I'm saying.
We do have a video, which we'll show you very shortly, an interview of TLO. But before that, predictions. I want you predictions here before we jump into this. The players are almost ready. Claris on the end of the table. You're starting up first.
Gladly, and I'm still sticking with TLO. I think he's going to break his round of 8 weirdness, and I think he'll go a little bit further.
He's going to beat Drogo. Okay.
Yep.
I think Drogo is going to win 3-1.
You're biased. You?
I mean, I know Drogo watches my stream, but he's not subbed, so I'm going with the Wunderwunsch.
Is the Wunderwunsch sub to your stream?
No, but still, he's
What? Why would they sub to a filthy casual? They sub to you, Tomo.
Well, the thing is, I can at least understand why Protoss would enjoy watching me lose to Ward at Prismatic, so.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough. Nathaniel, we're going to go over to the casters. This game is almost ready. Before that, TLO yesterday had a couple of words ready for the quarterfinals.
I'm from Leipzig, so playing at a DreamHack here in my own hometown has been phenomenal. I was afraid that it's going to be a lot of pressure for me, but I just feel great, and I feel like this is the first time where I actually feel like I can win a tournament, where I have the confidence. And maybe it's not going to happen, but I actually feel like I can. The support of my fans, especially of the friends and the people that I really care about emotionally, being here helps a lot. It relaxes me, it makes me happy, and when I'm happy, I play better. The goal for me always is to bring home a championship. It's what I've wanted for so long, and I failed doing that so far in the 5 years that I'm a pro gamer, but the fire to want to have that isn't gone. So I want it more than maybe ever, actually. It's just, I'm going crazy for it. I want a trophy.
One of the most dedicated pro gamers to have been within StarCraft 2 is going to try one more time to find a championship that he's been looking for the last couple of years. It's another quarterfinal for Dario. Can he get to a semi-final? He's going to have to beat out the last remaining French player, Drogo. Let's head to the commentary team for this one to kick off day 2 of the DreamHack Zowie Open.